So it has been a very, very long time since I have uploaded for you, and I am very sorry, but I moved and had a lot of personal issues I had to deal with, and now I've got my setup already, and I've been going through my makeup and wanting to try new looks, and I thought I would finally sit down and film for you all. So if you are excited for me to finally be back after a very long couple of months, then just keep on watching. So as usual, I am going to start off with my brows. I did a review on this brow pencil a while back, and this is the LA Colors BROWIE WOWIE. And I did a dollar store makeup haul, and I actually really liked the formula of this pencil. And it lasts a very long time without budging, so I'm just going to keep on using it. So within the last couple of months we moved, and I started off with a completely different room for my setup, and it was the absolute perfect space except for one little thing. There wasn't any natural daylight coming through, which made it very, very difficult. I had, I think, 16 different lights set up around my vanity, and it was still super dark in there when it came back on camera. So I traded my room with my girls, who had this room as their playroom. So now they've got a room about double in size for their playroom, but I'm pretty satisfied with how everything is set up and is looking. I had a lot of issues with my computer, getting a virus. I've been having to turn down tons of photo shoots because there was no way for me to even launch Photoshop or Lightroom or get anything edited and back to my clients, so I had to take a break from that as well, which I'm very, very excited for Mother's Day. My husband got me a brand new computer, and it is freaking amazing. So now I can edit photos and get my videos edited for you guys and get them up without having to worry about my computer crashing a million times in between. I'm super excited for that. I tried filming probably 3 different times using the new LOREAL Nudie Patootie palette, and my laptop was just not cooperating. There was no way I was going to sit there for hours and hours on end trying to get it edited just for my computer to crash again. So finally I'm going to be using that and giving you guys my opinion on it. I was also supposed to get my eyebrows done yesterday, and that didn't happen, so looking a bit hairy, but nothing a little bit of concealer can't fix. I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter in the shade Fair. I'm not the biggest fan of this concealer for underneath my eyes, using it as actual concealer, but I love it for carving out my brows and using it as a primer for my shadows. I'm going to do another dot on my lid. just to cancel out any of my dark tones and veins I've got going on, and have a nice opaque base for my shadows to stick on. My eyebrows are scary looking right now. They are so hairy underneath. I really wanted to get them shaped up, but I'll just have to go and get some Neutrogena razors again and keep shaving off the bottom part of my eyebrow to keep the shape going, because I can let somebody else wax or thread my brows, but when it comes to me actually tweezing them or waxing them myself, I am the biggest baby ever. So, starting off, I am going to be dipping into Undressed. And just buff that all over my crease and brow bone. And we're going to be using that as my transition color today. Next off, I'm going into Bare. And really building that up on the outer corner to create some depth. I love how easily these colors can build up. And tap into it once and do a quick sweep for a soft wash of color, or you can dip into it multiple times to really build up the intensity, which is what I'm doing now. Still going in with the shade Bare. Next, I'm going into Butt Naked. Focusing that more on the outer portion of my lid, and then bringing in the excess to blend into my crease. Again, these colors, upon first application, you can have them as very natural and subtle, and if you want more intensity, they build up and blend out so easily, is what I really enjoy. Because some days I like just a quick wash of color in my crease and a little bit of shimmer on my lid, pop on some mascara, and I'm out the door. And then other days when I have more time, I like to sit down and really blend everything out, building up the intensity of all the colors I like to create my desired look. Next, I'm going in with Nakey Nakey. Focusing that lower on the outer portion of my lid and ever so slightly bringing it in. Going back into a fluffy brush and just going to blend those colors together. I don't have any harsh lines going on. It is very messy right now, but I just go in afterwards with a makeup wipe, clean everything up so I have a nice crisp line for my liner to lay onto. Going to dip into a strip. I'm going to go ahead and grab a makeup wipe and clean it off and prime my eyelids for, I think we're going to use Jaybird today. So I will be right back. Alright, so I just went ahead and cleaned up any extra fallout that I had going on, and I primed my eyelids with my NYX Glitter Primer. Now I'm going to jump into Jaybird, which is like this duochrome, kind of like a hybrid, I would say, between a pressed glitter and a foiled shadow. Oops, that glue's already starting to get tacky. So I just have this on a flat brush. I'm going to start just by pressing it on my lid. There's flecks of rose gold and gold in here, and I find this color absolutely beautiful. Now I'm doing more or less on the middle, and I'll go back in and blend the outer portion, but I'm going to go in with a lighter shade for my inner corner. Again, just pressing that onto my lid. I'm going to just wipe Jaybird off really quick with a wipe, and now I'm going to go in Uncover, and this one is just a really pretty shimmer, like a silver shimmer. This one doesn't necessarily need the primer because it is pretty pigmented on its own and it doesn't have fallout, but this will make it last a lot longer. And same concept on the other eye. I'm going into the inner corner, just pressing that in, overlapping Jaybird just a hair, and pulling up. Going into Nakey Nakey, focusing that on the outer portion of my eye and ever so slightly overlapping Jaybird. I will go back in with a fluffier brush and blend those together. Towards the outer corner where the two colors meet, I'm doing more of a stippling motion than buffing, just because I don't want Jaybird to flake off. Alright, I am going to take a break from my eyes for now and go ahead and start on my face. So I'm not entirely sure if this is the right shade match. I got this last summer in hopes of me becoming a little bit more tan. That never happened. But I got the shade Light Beige in the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I'm going to go in mostly on my T-zone, where I tend to get oilier during the day, and really press that in. And I'm using the Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer. These last couple days I have been super oily in my T-zone. So I am hoping that will help out. I think it's a hair too dark to match my neck. I generally put extra sunscreen on my face to take precautions for wrinkles, something I never used to do when I was younger. So my face is quite a bit lighter than my neck and shoulders and everything else, but I don't mind matching a little bit darker foundation. Actually, this is not too bad. It's looking a little orange in the viewfinder, but in person, it looks pretty good. Used to mix this in with some of my lighter foundations when I was just a little tan, just to deepen them up a little bit. I think I'm actually going to go in with one more layer because it's not entirely full this coverage. Because I can still see a couple little friends that had popped up, and so I'm just going to disappear. I'm stippling it in 2 more pumps and just focus that fit me more my problem areas. I can still see scarring coming through. To get everything the finish of it, it's supposed to be matte. It does have some color, but it's just it almost has a dewy, almost like a satin it has lightened up my face, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and bronze, and I'm going to use the BECCA Sun Chaser palette. The Urban Decay All-Nighter was underneath my eyes, so I just grabbed my NARS Radiant Creamy in Light to Vanilla. And this is just this shade Sunlit Bronze. Now where the natural hollow of my cheek is, so if you suck in your cheeks, the natural hollow going on is where you want to apply. I got about 4.5 hours of sleep contour. It's what I get for pretty binge watching. I'm not Dexter contour with a cool tone today. I'm going in with a warmer tone just to create that definition on top for some highlighting, and then bring it up and around your hairline. I'm going to bronze my forehead. I'm going back in with my fluffy brush. I'm just going to do swirl motions until I'm happy with the blend. Next, I'm going to just douse my face, give this a good shake with my Urban Decay All-Nighter. I really need to pick up a full size of that. I got a mini size from Sephora, and the sprayer on that is not the same. Now, while with it still being wet, I'm just going and pressing in everything to help the powder products really melt into my skin. For highlight today, I'm going to be using Essence of Earth, one of my all-time favorite highlighters ever. Need to order some of her new shades, but this is the shade Strawberry Cakes. And I'm going to be using a Beach Cosmetics number 6 fluffy brush. This is loose and not pressed because it was just a sample of a newer shade. But they are usually, look at that, usually pressed, so picking up a lot of extra product. That glow. Go down the bridge of my nose. Has a really nice pink sheen to it, which I love. I love pink and gold undertones on highlighters. I think they are just so beautiful. Now, ever so slightly, barely touching my skin, I'm going just over where the arch of my brow is, where the sun naturally will hit, bringing light towards it. The foundation kind of canceled that out. And after I tapped off my brush, I've got a little pile of it sitting here on my table, so I'm just dipping back into that so I'm not wasting any extra product. That is a glow on my chin. Let's tone that down. So it is ever so slightly a hair too pink for me, so I'm going to go back into the BECCA palette in Opal. And we're just going to go over that just to neutralize the pink undertones ever so slightly. Probably going to look completely crazy for a little bit, but I just picked up these new Avon True Color Tropical Breeze liners, and I absolutely love the way lime green looks in the waterline. There's just something about it that really opens it up like a white or opal shade would, but gives it just a little bit of color to where it looks a little different, but just enough color to where it's not overpowering, but it helps brighten up the actual color of my eyes. Now on the top, I'm just going to do a quick wing and pop on. Alright, so I finished up my mascara, popped on a set of lashes real quick, and I am ready for my lips. Part of the Avon True Color collection, I also got Strawberry Parfait, and these are eyeliners or lip liners. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this to line my lips. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill them in as well. Alright. Now with Fenty's Mademoiselle lipstick, I'm going in with the shade Candy Venom. Really a pretty hot pink color. These are such a comfortable formula to wear. And they last so long without having to reapply. I'm obsessed. I generally don't go for a stick lipstick. I've been wearing liquid lipsticks that dry down matte. And they always have that crunchy feeling to them. But at least I know they're going to last all day. But as soon as these dropped, I got one of every color that I would actually go for and wear on a day-to-day basis. There were a few shades that I didn't see myself wearing, but for the most part I got the collection. And to top that off, I'm going in with Sephora Perfect Nude Ultra Brilliant Gloss. I find that going over the lipsticks with a gloss afterwards, the doe foot applicator on that really helps to get a nice crisp line. I think that's it for my face today. I'm going to go and straighten my hair real quick and I will be done for the day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I am super excited to finally start filming again, to sit down, be in front of the camera, and do my makeup is just a wonderful breath of fresh air. I'm very excited to continue on with this very exciting and fun journey. If you are excited for me to continue on and finally be back, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that like button, and make sure you have your post notifications on so you get notified every time I upload new content. Which, now that I have everything I need to continue uploading for you all, I'm going to start off with 2 days a week and then hopefully jump into 3 to 4 days after I get a schedule and routine going. But that is the goal for the upcoming couple of months. I am, again, so excited to finally be back on, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!